Compassion and sympathy are as different as chalk and cheese. But yet, we just use them loosely without knowing their true essence. Namaste everyone, this is Roshni Shanaz, your spiritual well-being guide. Welcome to Fit Tak. Today we are going to discuss the difference between compassion and sympathy, which are often mistaken for one another. But before that, we are going to do our weekly chanting. Today's chant is a combination of two words. One which we did last week, so hum, which means I am the ultimate reality, or I am connected to the ultimate reality. With that word, we combine another powerful word, Shivoham. So it is Soham Shivoham, which means as Shivoham, I am the Shiva. Combining these two is a powerful lethal combination of reaching that ultimate real truth of life, the destination that every soul is destined to reach at some point or another. It is always good when you are chanting on your own to plug in some music at your end so that you can focus on the soothing music while you chant and allow the words, the voice of the chant to fall back onto your ears. There is a science and a spiritual reason when we do that. Because when our own voice falls on the soul, the imprint is stronger. So let us begin this beautiful chant as you gather all your love from the cosmos within your heart center. Get centered. Do some deep breathing, breathe in and breathe out so that you can align your energy. Release all the possible thoughts that you can. Slow down your thoughts. Do not ever fight them. If thoughts are coming, let them come. Do not converse with them. Do not chat with your thoughts. Just let them be. Ignore them and feel centered in your heart center, your heart chakra. And as you deep breathe in and out and feel relaxed, we chant thrice. Soham Shivoham. Soham Shivoham. Feel the inhale with Soham Shivoham. Soham Shivoham. Inhale again. Soham Shivoham. Breathe in and breathe out, and once again feel the vibrations of the chant, wrapping you in its frequency. And then slowly count till 5 and open your eyes. I'm sure you are feeling great just by chanting this 3 times together. So imagine the power when you chant it 108 times or even 21 times. These are a few important numbers which have an energetic power. You can chant any of the mantras for 21 times, for 27 times, 28 times, or 108 times. In daily life, you come across these words, empathy, sympathy, compassion, all the time, especially through social media, through your interactions right now with everyone exchanging condolences or sympathetic communication where someone has lost a loved one or wishing someone well. All of these emotions are a major part of our existence, and though we use them very frequently in different ways, interchangeably, one after another, they are strikingly different in their definitions. So let us today get to the two important words, compassion and sympathy, which are often mistaken for each other. Compassion and sympathy are as different as chalk and cheese, but yet we just use them loosely without knowing their true essence. So what is sympathy? Sympathy in Hindi you would call as becharapan. Oh, poor thing. Oh, ye bechara. Oh, I'm so sorry. That is sympathy. You feel the emotion. You sympathize with the other. But compassion is sympathy in action. How is that? So sympathy could mean that you are seeing your watchman. He is trembling in cold and you are passing by. And you think, oh my God, this poor chap, kitni thand lag rahi hai use. He's shivering. And then you walk away. I pray for this boy. I pray for this guy. I pray for my watchman. And you move out, get into the elevator and go to your house. The other thing is compassion. You are walking and you see that this guy is trembling and shivering with cold. And you say, oh my God, why this poor watchman is shivering in cold. Let me quickly go up and get him a blanket. So you run up the elevator and you bring a blanket and you give it to your watchman. And you say, Bhaiya, this is a blanket. Aap rakhiye, take it. You are feeling cold, use this. That is compassion. And that's what it means. Sympathy in action. So you're not just leaving it of giving that becharapan or that thing of, oh, poor guy, but you are actually doing something. And that action of doing something is an action of kindness. Just feeling that sympathy and not doing anything about it when you are in the ability and capability to do it is not a compassionate act at all. In fact, sympathy is a very lower emotion. What does it really mean? When every time we are passing a poor guy or a beggar, we have sympathy. Oh my God, poor thing. Oh my God, what a life. You are adding on that lower energy of, oh, poor thing, into his life. You are imprinting that energy into his life. When somebody calls that XYZ is in the hospital and you say, oh my God, poor so-and-so, oh God, what has happened? And that person says, oh, you know, this happened, that happened. And maybe there is a little addition in that sympathized statement. And therefore, many a times you will notice that when somebody goes to a hospital for something, there are 3 or more or 2 or more things that in fact crop up which were not earlier there. How is that possible? That is largely possible for one of these factors, where we give either self-sympathy to ourselves in victimhood of our suffering, or others around us are constantly projecting and imposing the lower energy of sympathy. They may not be able to do actual compassionate acts, but they are contributing to the sympathy factor for sure. So the person who feels compassion for someone is not just feeling that suffering of the person or thing or the situation, but is actually moving towards a solution, a remedy for the same, through the actions that they decide to take at that point in time to get rid of that suffering in some way or another. Sympathy, on the other hand, is to feel the emotions, to feel for someone, but remain in inaction, which means not doing anything about it. So the next time that you are trying to sympathize with someone, please do not do so. Be compassionate. So when you have to say something to someone who has lost a loved one or is unwell, say prayers for you, prayers for your family for love and strength, light to your family to get the courage to bear this loss. Do not say just sorry. Do not just feel to give those condolences without adding on to prayers. Even that is action, however small or passive action it may be. People who are truly compassionate, they're filled with that amount of compassion, understanding, and relativity with their own situations and the ones immediately around them. They are the ones that take action during pain and suffering when they get engaged in a situation like that. And it is also studied that a person who is compassionate and feels the pain deeply before they take on to the remedy or action, their heart rate goes down. They secrete a bonding hormone which is known as the oxytocin, and thereby they are able to generate that immediate action into doing something about it and not just lying low by feeling it. So the next time that you are getting into a similar situation, try to understand, are you in compassion or are you in sympathy? The moment you realize that you are in sympathy, stop right there and get into compassionate action. These compassionate actions will only and only, just like everything else, will be a credit in your karmic kitty. The auto debit and the auto credit goes on. And then when time comes, we flip the page and there is balance carried forward in the book of karma. So hope this is helpful for you, and all of these videos and chants are empowering you to build your spiritual immunity. Until next week, please keep watching Fit Tak and stay blessed, loved and protected. In love and light and super duper Godspeed.